So I thought I'd do a little birthday video. I just went and saw the Make 2 The Trench. It's about 2 hours long, maybe a little bit over. This is, of course, a sequel to the 2019 movie. So right off the bat, I remember Jason Statham saying for part one he didn't like it as much because part one had a lighter tone and not as much as a body count and gore and whatnot. So this movie, it definitely goes a lot higher with the body count. You have a lot more creatures this time around. The opening is taken from one of the first Meg books, basically showing the food chain evolving. I thought that was really cool to see. And just like part one's, it had a really slow build up for the first portion of the movie before we even get to the different creatures. But you do get to see some of the Megalodons before the second half of the movie. With this movie, he had a love interest in part one, played by Bane Bane, who is a Asian movie star. She is not in this movie. Basically, they killed off her character, but we still have her daughter, who is now 14 years old. She was a little girl in part one's movie. So it was nice to have her return and a few other characters return from part one. I really liked how they framed this movie, the reason why all these catastrophes were happening on the ocean floor and with the creatures coming back. I'm not going to spoil it, but I just really liked the reasoning behind it. It seemed like a logical reason, and you'll understand it once you watch the movie. New stars, we have Skylar Samuels. She was in Fox's Scream Queens. She was in the Gabby Petito story Lifetime movie that aired last year due to controversy. And Sienna Gilroy was in this movie as well. A difference with this movie, I really liked the second half of the movie. You got a lot more creature action. You got a bigger body count. And you just had a lot more of our main characters interacting with the creatures and whatnot and trying to save people. And you have a returning character from part one. I'm not going to spoil it, but I was happy to see these two characters return from part one. Overall, I like this movie. There's 5 books in the Meg series. So with 2 down, there's 3 books to go that they could probably do a few more movies if they want to. It really depends on how well this movie does, if they'll ever do any more sequels. I wouldn't mind a few more movies, depending on how they do it, as long as the storyline, still makes sense for these creatures to show up. And the movies remind me kind of the old Godzilla movies in a way, causing havoc and different creatures emerging and fighting. And it just had that really, really fun B-movie feel to it. So I enjoy this movie for what it was. I'd be down for, a few more sequels, as long as they still have, a decent story to tell. And, it makes sense for Jason Statham and others to come back. So I guess we'll see. The competition is pretty high. You have the Barbie movie. You have Oppenheimer, and those are doing really, really well at the box office. So I guess we'll see if we get any more Meg sequels, but give it a watch. I liked it. My parents liked it. And they definitely don't like, creature features or horror movies, but they've really enjoyed part one and part two. So that's it. I thought I'd do this for my birthday today, so I'm glad I went and watched it. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought of this movie or any other movie you saw lately. What did you think? Did you go see Barbie or Oppenheimer? And what did you think of them? And what did you think of this if you went to see it? So I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.